Welcome to Barcelona. This video is a presentation of our Viking tour, the Best of Barcelona and Our Lady of Montserrat. This was a 9-hour tour taken on September 2025. The tour starts with a 1-hour bus ride from the ship up the mountain to Our Lady of Montserrat. You get beautiful views out the window as you climb the hill up to the monastery. The monastery is a sprawling complex on the side of the hill, but you only get to see the Basilica. Once off the bus, you walk to the entrance, and off to your left is the Holy Grotto, which is a small chapel built to house a statue of the Virgin Mary, which was found in a cave back in 1239. On the left hilltop is St. Michael's Cross, which is on a trail that you can hike to. Montserrat means serrated mountain in Catalan, and you can see this in the mountains which are behind the monastery. As you enter, you walk past the statue of Abbot Olaba, the founder of the monastery. The entrance is rather unassuming, but it leads you into a large plaza where you can see the Basilica ahead, a row of statues to the right, and mountains all around you. You can take a funicular from the city below to a mid-station at the monastery and all the way up to the top of the mountain. The guide has secured our tickets, so now we can enter the Basilica. After passing through the lobby, you enter an inner sanctum, which is nicely decorated and features on the far wall a facade of Christ's disciples. Once inside the church, you see the awe-inspiring Gothic architecture, all designed to bring your eye to the very front, where the Black Madonna, the Virgin of Montserrat, is featured. This is the entry to the stairs that puts you close enough to the Black Madonna to touch her. But since Viking did not buy us tickets for that part of the tour, this is as close as we could get. The Gothic architecture continues behind you as you look to the rear of the church. There are side chapels off the main hallway, all richly decorated for their intended purpose. The front of the church is richly decorated with a set of murals. After an hour and a half, we got back into the bus and returned to Barcelona. Along the way, we got to see abandoned infrastructure, interesting buildings, and numerous statues that you can see around Barcelona, including the Columbus statue. We even got a glimpse of the Holy Family Basilica under construction. Our objective was the steps of the Art Museum. These steps give a great view of the city, and particularly a look at the Venetian columns right in front of the museum. Across the city, you can see the Temple of the Sacred Heart on the other hill. Our next stop was lunch. We were dropped off at the French train station, which is used in Barcelona for regional and long-distance travel. We were on our own to find lunch. This gave us time to wander around, see the fabulous architecture, the statues, and experience the narrow passageways and alleys as we looked for a nice outdoor place to have lunch. We also got to see the historic Santa Maria Basilica. After lunch, we boarded the bus and went to Gaudi Park. Gaudi was commissioned to design an exclusive neighborhood back in the early 1900s. He built homes, he built infrastructures, walkways, seating areas, fountains, all of it in an Art Nouveau style, with mosaics everywhere. After working on it for a dozen years, the subdivision failed after building only 2 of the intended 60 homes. But the park was recognized for its artistic importance and was turned over to the city in 1926 as a public park. In the early 1980s, it became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Wandering around, you get to see the organic structure, whether it is the underside of the walkways or the paths up to the upper levels. It is a very unique architecture. We exited the park, got on the bus, and returned to the ship. But the tour was not over. We got a chance to see the exquisite tax building with its marvelous statues up on top. We got a chance to look at the port with the cable car and the W Hotel. We got a chance to see the Montjuic Cemetery, and next to it, the Montjuic Castle up on the hillside. After 9 hours, we finally got back to the ship, settled in, and were ready for our next excursion, sailing off into the sunset after a wonderful day of touring.